white militant.
Well, you know, to be fair, this protest was like 100% white. How you doing today, ma'am?
Oh, I am just glad.
You came down here to protest today?
Oh, yes, I sure
How
did.
come you're protesting? What issue are we
Because
protesting?
Trump is an idiot. Musk has got to go.
Trump is an idiot?
I'm sick and tired of Congress doing nothing to stop him. They just literally leave him all to go. And I don't know why.
You know, Elon stepped back, right?
No.
Yeah, he did. He's not going to be heading up Doge anymore. Elon said he's going to step back to more of an advisory role.
Yeah, no.
So I guess they burned up enough Teslas to make that guy decide it wasn't worth it, huh? Some were not?
Believe everything Fox News tells you.
Well, how many of them were here legally?
Well, I know of two.
Because
I
they
know
never
two.
had
Two of them?
process.
Who knows? Because they never had due process.
So I think there was one case that everybody wants to talk about where that gentleman got deported and sent to the El Salvador prison that we all know where they're housing T's, domestic T's.
Venezuelan something.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, we're talking
But-
about the guy from El Salvador, the U.S. citizen.
He wasn't a U.S. citizen, ma'am. They wouldn't have deported. He would have been able to come back if he was a U.S. citizen. He wasn't a U.S. citizen. However, they weren't there looking for him. And what happened is after they shipped him to El Salvador, they decided to call him a domestic T as well. And that's why they were able to just say he can stay there. Yes, who do you guys think the best Democrat candidate is?
Cory Booker.
Cory Booker?
No doubt in my mind.
Do you think he's the best one?
He is going to be.
Because of that speech that he did the other day?
I saw him when he was here in May. I got to meet him at an event.
He said something during that speech, that marathon speech that he did, where he said that the Democrats need to take some responsibility for the things that happened in the last 4 years. Do you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, they need to start paying attention to the white middle class that they left. They went way far.
Yeah. I think that's the best. I think that's the best way forward for the Democrats.
A Democrat and a moderate Republican. They're the same person.
You think
They
so?
need to get out their heads out of their asses.
You think that the party went too far?
Oh, one went too far one way and one went too far the other way.
I agree with that.
Bottom line, I mean, that's the reality.
I agree with that. I think they went too far.
Both of them did.
I think that the only way that you have to acknowledge
It's a country, not a church.
when you make a mistake before you can learn from it.
Not a church.
Sure.
I don't want some right-wing Bible banging who've got his pastor ID on the internet and his 20 disciples with their RX 15s running around shooting people up. They're the terrorists.
Whoa.
Those white militant.
Well, you know, to be fair, this protest was like 100% white. Have a nice day. She's pissed.